Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and pick some cards to see what's going on in this connection. How is your person feeling about you? What would they say to you? Where is this headed? And more. Before getting started with the reading, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Psychic Source for sponsoring this video. Psychic Source is the oldest and most trusted psychic service in the industry. Their journey began over 35 years ago. On Psychic Source, you can connect with professional, gifted advisors however you feel most comfortable, whether that be through phone call, video chat, or text. Okay, their advisors are committed to hope, healing, empowerment. They're there to answer any questions you may have regarding your love life, career life, really anything. They can do birth charts, they can do tarot readings, they can decipher angel numbers, decode your connection with the universe. Okay, Psychic Source is devoted to redefining how people achieve lifelong happiness and growth through metaphysical guidance. Okay, the cool thing about Psychic Source is that they offer spiritual and metaphysical guidance. Maybe you've talked to certain people but they just didn't really understand the whole spiritual aspect of your life. Oh, you're seeing all these angel numbers. Maybe they thought oh, I don't get this. With Psychic Source, you can connect with advisors who know exactly what you're going through because they have so much experience and they can guide you exactly how you need to be guided. Okay, their commitment to excellence, professionalism, and ethical standards really sets them apart from other psychic networks that I've personally tried. Okay, so Psychic Source has stringent vetting standards for their advisors. Out of those who apply, only 2% are invited to become a Psychic Source advisor. Each advisor adheres to a comprehensive code of ethics, guaranteeing a positive and uplifting experience for every seeker. Okay, the cool thing about Psychic Source is that you get 24/7 customer care and it's not outsourced. Okay, so yeah, they're confident in their service and they back it up with a no risk guarantee. And the cool thing is that Psychic Source donates 1% of your purchases to charity at zero cost to you, and you get to choose which one, which is amazing. Again, their ethical standards really do set them apart. And as you will see on the screen, you can use my code trypsychicsource.com/enchanted and get up to 40 minutes of talk time with an advisor for just $19.80, which is originally a $240 value. Okay, details to that will be on the screen as well as in the link in the description box below. Okay, if you want to get a reading on Psychic Source, check out the link in the description box below and use my code for this amazing discount. Again, you can try up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. Okay, so yeah, if that is of interest to you, definitely go ahead and check that out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with introducing the piles. Here we have pile 1 with the Seashell that I got from somewhere from the Caribbean, either Belize or the Bahamas or Puerto Rico, I'm not even sure, but it's from the Caribbean for sure. And then we have this golden key necklace, which I got from New York City. And then we have this green Jasper heart, which I also got from New York City from the Namaste bookshop. Okay, so go ahead and take a second to meditate upon the piles and pick one that you are the most energetically drawn to. You can pick based on anything, okay, the artifacts, the colors, the angel numbers, and the timestamps if you do see any. And if you haven't already, head over to the timestamps and we will see you in your respective reading. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and pick some cards to see what's going on in this connection. How is your person feeling about you? What would they say to you? Where is this headed? And any other messages we can get from the cards. I will start off your reading by picking cards from the Numinous deck to see what the general energies here are between you and your person. Okay, we already have a card that came out. Okay, we have Taurus, bombshell. I am filming this during Taurus season. Earthy, practical, steadfast. Okay, I feel like you have really good energy. You have really good, beautiful, grounding energy that a lot of people really appreciate. I do feel like you're someone who can be very hype, very talkative when needed, social when needed, but there is just something very deeply calming and energizing and stabilizing about your energy that not everyone can get in other people. That's one of the reasons why your person really likes you and admires you and thinks very highly of you. Okay, I feel like this person like they need that like beauty in their life, and you provide that to them, like by just being yourself. Like you're a beautiful person on the inside and out. Okay, I'm seeing like stability, like maybe something that you really wish this connection had more of was stability. I feel like your person sees you as someone who's reliable, stable. Maybe you grew up that way. Maybe you grew up in a culture that really prioritized those values, and maybe like, you know, their upbringing was a little bit different. Maybe like, you know, it wasn't like the most stable, and like they kind of look for that stability in you. Like you could attract people who didn't grow up in the most like stable households, or like maybe you know, their relationship with their parents was like not, you know, like ideal, or like maybe not as dependable, or you know, like that could happen in a lot of different ways, shapes and forms, right? So like for some people it could be that, you know, they didn't have like a certain type of like parent, like their dad wasn't around or their mom wasn't around, or maybe they both were around but they weren't like emotionally stable, right? Like there is some sort of like stability lacking within your person that they find in you and they really admire in you, but maybe like they haven't fully embodied that energy yet, just because they were lacking that. And I feel like they tried to, but every time they do, like they engage in this pattern of self-sabotage. Like maybe this person kind of like, you know, ghosted you, or like temporarily walked away, but then they always come back or something. Like there is some sort of like on and off here, but like it's like they are stable but not in the way that you want them to be, or not to the level or extent that you want them to be. Okay, and I do feel like this has really impacted you a lot, and like, you know, this is not something that you like you want stability, because you do have people in your life who do show up for you and you like that, and that is more of what you want. Okay, but maybe this person hasn't been the best at like, you know, giving that. We also have here Uranus revolution. Interesting. Maybe someone could have Aquarius placements. Breakthroughs, brainstorming. Okay. Surprise. Okay, so I feel like this person is about to have some sort of breakthrough that is going to render them to be financially stable. And stable, I don't know why I said financially stable, I meant to say stable, but also something to do with financial stability that's coming in. I am filming this, you know, post-tax season here in the United States, so I mean, yeah, I'm seeing something to do with finances. You know, taxes really did affect a lot of people. They end up always surprising people. That it always surprises me, like just how much I have to pay, but that's a whole different story. But I'm seeing with this Uranus revolution card, I feel like there could be some sort of internal revolution going on with this person, some sort of like, you know, breakthrough that they're about to like, you know, have. Maybe you've already had that. I feel like you've already had like maybe multiple spiritual awakenings, but I feel like this could be your person's first time having a spiritual awakening. Like there's something that's really happening that is helping them break through the mold of like, you know, who they used to be. I just feel like you're really disappointed in this person. I'm seeing like, you know, this person is someone who likes their individuality and freedom, but you're just like, to what extent? Like that's kind of crazy, because like maybe you see people around you that are coupled up, maybe you see people around you like, you know, that do get that stability, and you're just like, why is this not working for me? Why am I constantly attracting like, you know, type of people that like, you know, don't have that, or like, you know, they don't have like a baseline or base frequency for stability, and they just like, you know, do all these like crazy things. Like I feel like your person was fun to be around. There's a lot of like, you know, passion here, there's a lot of attraction here, but now you're thinking, what is passion and attraction and all of that without stability? Like you're really you know, figuring out your like framework for receiving and giving love. Like you want that stability, you crave stability. It's like passion is great for, but like how long? That's not sustainable. Passion doesn't pay the bills. Passion doesn't like, you know, like lead to like a steady, stable relationship. Like it can definitely like, obviously it enhances any given relationship. And I'm seeing here there's a lot of attraction here, but you're also just like, okay, well, I want to be with someone that I'm attracted to that also gives me stability. And it's possible that this person, you know, can give you stability. It's not like they're going to be this way forever. Maybe they just could be going through like, you know, some kind of like period in their life. For some people, you know how they take like a gap year, they need like a whole year to kind of just explore and discover themselves in the world and things like that, right? So yeah, but let's go ahead and pick some more cards to see what else is going on here. Yeah, we have here Cancer. Okay, so this is good. This is a good sign, because Cancer is associated with the 4th house of like home. Okay, homely energies, comforting energies. Okay, receptive. Like I feel like this person is going to be a lot more receptive to like, you know, even like your needs. Okay, because I feel like maybe this person wasn't really that attentive to the point where they should have been, and that really like annoyed you. And yeah, because I'm seeing here with this Cancer card, like, you know, someone here is very intuitive. I feel like you're very intuitive, and your person is intuitive as well, but like not to the extent that you are. I am definitely seeing there is some like psychic telepathic connection between the both of you. Like, you really do relate on a you know, on many different levels that, you know, transcend just like the earthly realm. Like, I feel like, you know, there's a reason why you may even feel very attracted, because it's like you could be connected in these, like, you know, other realms. I'm also seeing something to do with the mother, like someone's like maternal, you know, like caregiver, mother, or like there's some sort of like older feminine influence, you know, that could have been affecting this connection. I feel like maybe this person could be close to their mother, or it could be the opposite. Maybe they're not that close, but I feel like for a lot of you they are. And I feel like, you know, maybe this person, like, they kind of also maybe look for mother in people. Maybe you have very like nice, sweet, nurturing vibes. I have noticed that with people in the spiritual community, a lot of them tend to be very nurturing, very sweet, very giving. And I feel like, you know, this person feels that way about you, which is why they crave your energy. And a lot of people feel really safe being around you, safe being around your energy. Okay. So that is something that I'm seeing here, but it's also important to, like, you know, not overgive, because it's like you can't, like, that's not a sustainable relationship if you're just acting like someone's parent. Like, they need to be like, you know, their own, like, you know, like, you're your own people. You're in a mutual, like, you know, ideally like mutually supportive relationship, not like one person is like parenting the other and taking care of the other, and the other person just being immature. Maybe you could have attracted people like that in the past. I'm also seeing something to do with being the younger sibling. Someone could be the younger sibling. Maybe you could be the older sibling, they could be the younger one, or vice versa, or something. And I've heard, you know, like, or seen memes or whatever you want to call it about, like, oh, like the older daughter and the younger you know, son relationship, right? Or like sometimes it's like, even when you're both like the oldest sibling, the oldest person, then, like, you know, that can also be a match made in heaven, because the both of you are responsible. You know what it's like to, like, you know, take care of the family. So sometimes that works out, sometimes it's the other way. Like, I'm just seeing, like, maybe you could be different, you could have had like different roles in your respective families. Okay, but let's go ahead and pick some cards, more cards here. Okay, so we have here the Seven of Swords. Yeah, Seven of Swords has to do with like betrayal, deception, dishonesty, sneakiness. I do feel like maybe this person did have a couple of these qualities, but it's like you kind of knew the person they were when you met them. And I feel like going in, like, you knew what you knew how they were. It wasn't like really a big shocker, but like maybe you thought they could change. Like, you see the best in people, but maybe you weren't expecting to like this person as much as you did, like, knowing exactly how they were. But yeah, I do feel like maybe this person was wearing a little bit of a mask, or they did do something that kind of felt like, you know, the Seven of Swords, like kind of sneaky energy, but also, like, you know, you're very like intuitive, like your third eye is like, you know, popping. It's very it's, yeah, very deeply activated, so nothing really gets by you. So it's like, you know, you may be like disappointed but not really surprised, is what I'm seeing here. But yeah, let's go and pick some more cards. I'm also seeing someone could have air placements, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini placements, and Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, you also have your Ace of Swords. Yeah, yeah, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. More air placements. I'm seeing, like, yeah, breakthrough, truth, new insights. I feel like this person has been gaining clarity about this connection. There's something that's come to light about this connection, and also something in their own life that is going to positively be impacting this connection, because Ace of Swords has to do with new beginnings and renewal. So I feel like there's some sort of renewal of mind going on with this person. Okay, it's like they're renewing and refining their mind to a higher level than ever before. Okay, and like the one thing that is constant is change. Maybe you think, oh, this person is never going to change, like, when is this going to happen? Because maybe this person hasn't really exhibited like any sort of, like, you know, real personal development to the extent that, like, you know, you have worked on yourself. But it could also be like, you know, you have had this major, like, you know, breakthrough within yourself. You've had so much success in your life in terms of like personal development. Like, even the person that you are today is very different than who you were a year ago. Like, things have drastically changed, but you're just wondering, okay, like, when's it gonna happen with this person? You know, this does say mental clarity, success, so I do feel like, you know, that will be happening. I do feel like, you know, this person will have, like, you know, some kind of like breakthrough moment within them, that will make them, like, you know, come forward and be a whole new person. Like, I'm seeing like renewal of the mind. And, you know, the only way that, like, you know, things can change is if you change your thoughts around certain things, you change your mindset around certain things. And I feel like that's something that could be happening even if you don't see it right now. Like, this person's on their own journey. Maybe you haven't heard from them, it's been like a couple weeks or months, or, you know, however long, but I feel like whatever they're going through right now, it's preparing them to come forward. Okay, we also have your Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm seeing here with this Knight of Pentacles, this person is gonna be practical, reliable, stable, committed, grounded. Knight of Pentacles is a really good card to get, especially in a love reading. Like, I feel like, you know, this person is going to finally mature, because they realize they don't want to be this way forever. They realize they also want a family. They want someone to really build and grow with. You know, I feel like maybe they kind of acted like the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. They kind of just took life like way too like, you know, chill. And it's like maybe this person's gonna start feeling behind, like, oh, all my friends are like, you know, getting married and engaged, and like, what am I doing with my life? Like, so they're gonna start taking you and this connection more seriously. Okay, that is something that I'm seeing, because I'm also seeing like there's no one else that they want to do that with. I know there's also this fear that some people have that like, okay, like, you know, and sometimes this happens to people. It's like maybe they weren't ready to commit to you, but they committed to someone else, right? But like, I feel like with this person, they want to be with you and only you. Like, I feel like maybe even if there was some sort of third party, or they explored other connections, like their heart, mind, soul, consciousness always comes back to you. Okay, so yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pick some cards from the Roses in Love Oracle deck to see what other messages we have here. Yeah, we have here, I miss us. This person does miss you. They miss, like, you know, the potential of who you could be. I really do feel like, you know, this person really admires your patience. Like, they really admire your kindness and patience, and like, you know, how good you were to them, even though they were going through their own journey, and like, they probably did not deserve as much as you did, honestly, but they still, like, you know, want to express appreciation. We also have here, you don't realize how perfect you are to me. This person does genuinely find you to be perfect, nice, like, you know, you are their ideal person. Okay, like, I feel like this person hasn't expressed that, and maybe you've been feeling kind of down about yourself, self-esteem, like, oh, am I good enough, am I pretty enough? This person thinks you're more than good enough. This person finds you to be very, very beautiful. You know, we have that Taurus card in the beginning. Taurus does have to do with Venus, beauty. Okay, like, I feel like a lot of you are blessed by like Aphrodite, or, you know, whatever, like, you know, beauty deities there are. Okay, so yeah, we also have here, even though you're not with me, my love for you grows every day. I feel like this person does have really deep feelings for you. And yeah, their feelings for you grow every day. Like, even if you're not communicating right now, this person does have so many positive things that they want to say to and about you. And I'm also seeing that they definitely could have talked to you about, talked about you to friends and family, and maybe showed your picture to friends and family as well. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm getting here for you, pal one. I really hope this reading helps. You know, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You always have for your own reality. I do want to let you know that I offer in-depth tarot readings, as well as manifestation coaching, and also custom subliminal. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below, where you'll find my website, and you can sign up for those services through my website. And yeah, thank you so much. Love and light. Hi, pal 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and pick some cards to see what's going on in this connection. How's your person feeling about you? What would they say to you? Where is this headed? And any other messages we can get from the cards. I will go ahead and pick from the Numinous deck to see what the general energies here are between you and your person. Okay, so the first card we have here is Leo, the lover. Okay, I'm also getting some 5th house energies. Let's see what it says on this card here. Expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm. Yeah, your person sees you as someone who's really warm, but also, like, you know, you can be social when needed. This is a really good card to get in a love reading, because, you know, literally says the lover. Like, I feel like your person wants to spoil you. They're gonna make some sort of like grand gesture, some big gesture to try to win you over, win you back, especially if you haven't heard from this person in a while. Okay, this also has to do with like going out on fun dates. I'm getting like carnival energy, like warm fireplace type energy. This person really like treating you, taking you out. Okay, I'm also seeing someone here could be like more extroverted, because yeah, this does say extroverted, also flirtatious, self-confident. Okay, I feel like maybe this person could be like, you know, pretty extroverted, and like, you know, there's something to do with their confidence that, like, you know, you really like, or like they find you to be very extroverted, or there's something about your confidence. I'm getting like solar plexus energy from you. Like, you've activated your solar plexus. You're very confident, you're very secure in yourself, and this person really loves that. They love your energy a lot. They feel like you're someone that, like, you know, is really trustworthy. Like, you're fun to be around, but you're also very trustworthy, and like, you know, someone that they can have like a real connection with. Okay, I'm also seeing that for some of you, it may not be working out with other people. Maybe you've tried dating other people or going on dates, but it's like your mind, soul, consciousness, heart always comes back to this person, and it could be that they're manifesting you. I feel like this person also has like really deep feelings for you, and they really do care about you a lot, and it's not working out with, you know, for them with anyone else, because they really like you. They like your energy. They like, I feel like it's more than like, I do feel like for a lot of you, like, this person is definitely into like that love territory here. Okay, but I'm seeing here that like there is a lot of attraction here, a lot of like mutual passion and attraction between the both of you, between you and this person. Like, it's not just in your head. Maybe you're just like, oh, am I like just crazy? Like, am I thinking too much? Like, no, this person does have feelings for you. I feel like this person really admires their individuality and independence, and they do need breaks. So maybe this person can kind of like pull back their energy, or like, kind of just do their own thing, but they do end up coming back. It's almost like they need that break to kind of, recalibrate their energy before coming in, and like offering you something. But I feel like the next time they're gonna come in, they're gonna offer you something big. I'm seeing like grander energies. I also do see you having a very big, like extravagant, like lavish wedding, if that's something that, you've been wanting, or you've been like looking at Pinterest, wedding venues, dresses. Maybe you've been inviting, or maybe you have been invited to a lot of weddings. Okay. I feel like that's a sign that something very positive is happening in your love life. Okay. The next card we have here is Virgo. Okay. This literally says the Alchemist. Okay. Maybe you could be dealing with Virgo placements, or have that in your chart somewhere, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Yeah. Methodical, aligned, ritualistic. Okay. So I feel like, your person really admires your independence and diligence. Okay. I'm also getting Nine of Pentacles energy. I feel like you're very self-reliant, self-sufficient, and this person really likes that, but they know that in order to be in your life, they have to add value. I also feel like, this person like sees you as someone who looks for someone who's like organized, like, because you have like all of these great things happening in your life, like your person knows that, like, they have to like match you where you're at or be better. Okay. Because I feel like maybe this person sees you as someone who comes from like a really good family. Maybe they see you as someone who's also very family oriented. The Leo card, that sometimes does have to do with like being family oriented, and like, this person just has a lot of respect for you and your way of life and the things that you do. Maybe you're very spiritual. Maybe you've told them about like, your spiritual practices or your daily routine or something like that, and maybe they feel like you're very organized and you like people who are organized, and like, they're the type of person who will literally clean up their place to like impress you. Like they really want to impress you. Okay. I do feel like, this person sees you as someone that they can really build a real life with. Okay. Because like it's nice that we got that combination of Leo, the lover, and then also Virgo, this energy here, because like sometimes with Leos, like, that energy is all about dreaming big, thinking big, but like, where's the practicality? But this Virgo adds this element of practicality to this connection. Like, there's someone that like, you can really you're someone that they can really build with and grow with, and there's that mix of like, love and passion and also like practicality. Okay, so that's a really good sign here. I also see that this does say witchy, so maybe your person thinks you're witchy, very spiritual, but they really like that. I feel like they like, whatever it is that you're into. Like, even if sometimes you think you're being cringe or something, this person doesn't feel that way. I just feel like even the way that you carry yourself and the things that you talk about, your routine, your spirituality, your practices in life, like, there's so many people that look up to you, that really admire you for the things that you do, for all the the energy that you embody here. Yeah. Yeah, but we also have here Libra, the idealist. That's very interesting. Harmonious, cooperative, balanced. Your person sees you as someone who's very easy to get along with. Like, you're really not that hard to get along with. You just want the bare minimum, okay, and a little bit more, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you think like, oh, am I asking for too much? You're not, and I feel like this person also knows that you were never asking for too much. Maybe this person, like, didn't like come through in the way that you wanted them to, but I do feel like, whenever Libra shows up in a reading, it always reminds me of like scales, like balancing the scales, like, karmic retribution, or like, if you've done a lot, it's your turn to finally receive. Okay, so that is something that I'm seeing is, quite literally in the cards for you. I do see that this person thinks of you as someone who's ideal. They also like, find you to be very beautiful inside and out. Something about your aesthetic, the way that you dress, is, also something they find like really inspirational. This also says like flattering, geometric, aspirational, artistic. Okay, I do feel like, your person really admires your taste in things. I feel like you have a good eye for things. I feel like this person may have even thought about like moving in together with you. There's something about the way that you like, design your place, your decor, again, your eye for things, your eye for beauty, and like, geometric harmony and balance or something like that, that this person really admires. I'm also seeing something to do with energy patterns. Like, sometimes it's like, how you just like relate to certain people and you don't even know why. It's like, yeah, they have a cool personality, they're attractive, but then sometimes you do see people that are attractive and like you're just not that into them. Sometimes it's energy patterns. I feel like you and their energy patterns, sing together. It's like your sacred geometries like, match together, right? Because there's only been like a few people, like a handful of people that you met in your life that you really felt a connection with, especially in the realm of dating. And I feel like, it could be that your geometric patterns were aligned. Like, there is something more that maybe like, the human mind can't completely completely like logicalize or rationalize, right? But I'm seeing like, you know, there is something between the both of you that like transcends like even just explanation. Like maybe this person has thought about how much they really like you and they couldn't like 100% put their finger on like, you know, exactly why. Like of course like you have all these amazing qualities, but like, you know, there were certain things that, you know, they're just like, you know, certain connections that can't be like 100% explained by just like, you know, words, right? Like it's beyond our logic and comprehension, which is what I feel like, you know, this person thinks this, you know, love is between the both of you. And like, you know, you do connect on so many different levels. Yeah. Let's go and pick some tarot cards here. So okay, we have your Wheel of Fortune. This is really great. Yeah, so this means breaking old karmic cycles. I feel like if you feel like you've been in this like cycle or pattern of things just like, you know, not working out, or things taking too long, things are finally shifting and moving. Okay, the wheels are turning. No more stagnancy. In fact, like stagnancy is an illusion. It's just that like sometimes we don't see things like happening in the 3D, right? But things are always shifting, moving, changing. Actually, our cells and DNA are rearranging literally like every millisecond. So yeah, I am definitely seeing here with this Wheel of Fortune, things are about to drastically change for the better. Okay, I feel like there's going to be a turning point in your relationship, and this person's really going to want to take things to the next level, and it's going to be like consistent changes. It's not like, okay, just like a small, like sometimes like, you know, you get movement and it's like maybe like small to medium movement, and it kind of just like stops there, but it's going to keep building, growing. Okay, the momentum is growing right now, so that's a good sign here. Okay, so we also have here the Two of Swords. Yeah, I'm seeing here with this Two of Swords, maybe this person was a little bit like, you know, indecisive about like, you know, how to come forward. I feel like, you know, they did like you, they do still like you, but like there was just a lot going on mentally that, you know, has more to do with them than, you know, does to do with you, which is why they could have been a little bit hesitant in giving you that full commitment. Like maybe this person, like they knew they wanted that, but they couldn't properly like implement it or execute it. Okay, but I feel like this person is finally gonna be making a move. I'm also seeing something to do with like Libra moon energy, because the Two of Swords does have to do with like the moon and Libra here. But I feel like this person is finally going to make a move. If you feel like you've been in some kind of deadlock, stalemate, like again, stagnancy, things are definitely going to be shifting for the better. Okay, like they're going to be going your way finally. And then we also have the Empress here. Okay, so this person sees you as someone who's very nurturing, someone who's very like abundant. Like they feel like they experience a lot of abundance being around you, especially because of your mindset. Like they see you as someone who has an abundance mindset, and again, they see you as someone that they can really build with, that they can really grow with, that they can have this beautiful, amazing relationship with. Okay, that like, you know, is tangible and real, because I do feel like they have this like idea of like what they want a relationship to be like, but like with your energies, it's like, you know, that can come to like fruition. Like I'm seeing like, you know, it's like you were like an idea in their mind, and like, you know, like you're everything they want in a partner and more. And it's like now it's more than just like, you know, concepts or ideas. Like they want to like really work on this connection with you. Like they want something more with you. They're gonna like text you a lot more. I'm seeing like practicality, you know, what do you call, there's a certain word that I'm thinking of. Yeah, like practicality, consistency, like real life movement, like, you know, 3D action, that's literally happening for you. It's like, you know, the Empress is like pictured as pregnant, so it's like you're giving birth to this like, you know, beautiful new reality. Okay, so yeah, it's your time. If you feel like things have been a little bit like, you know, quote unquote stagnant, things are finally changing for the better. I'm really seeing here that you and this person have a beautiful future together. You know, the Empress is so deeply abundant that like, you know, she has the power to overturn anything that wasn't serving this connection. And I like how you got like, you know, the Empress for your major arcana, because sometimes like the major arcana, depending on what that is, that can sort of like overturn like, you know, the like quote unquote negative minor arcanas. Like if you feel like, yeah, like the Two of Swords, that's indecisiveness, right? But then we got the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress, so it's like, you know, the energies here, you know, that are waiting for you. Like you're divinely blessed. You're gonna be so abundantly blessed that it's gonna make up for any of the like, you know, lower like, you know, Two of Swords, like stagnancy, like indecision, stalemate type energy. Okay, I'm definitely seeing here that your energy patterns are even changing. I don't know if you've been doing something different with like your energy, maybe you've been manifesting more, or you know, maybe even changing your habits, which all of that, you know, that leads to changes in mindsets, and that can lead to like some major abundance in the 3D, right? So I'm definitely seeing here that like, you know, you and this person are both working on yourself. Like maybe you're on this like individual journey, but when you come together, it's going to be this beautiful new reality. I'm also seeing something to do with kids. Like if you want kids, I feel like you're going to have it with this person, you know, because the Empress does represent like fertility and pregnancy. But yeah, let's go ahead and pick some more cards here. or some love oracle cards here. Yeah, we have here, I think about you every day. I can't get you off of my mind even if I try. Yeah, I feel like you live in this person's mind rent free. Like, you know, they have a lot of very positive things to say about you and to you and about your energy. And like, they have a lot of respect for you, okay? I don't know that you know that, but like, they really do deeply respect you. We also have here, I care more than I let on. I do feel like, yeah, this person does care a lot more than like maybe they like were able to like physically show it, maybe because the way that they, you know, gave or received love, especially like received love in their childhood, was like different than like, you know, what they were really feeling, right? Like you can feel all these like deep energies, but like some people are just like, they're a little bit more like reticent or laid back in how they give or receive love, right? So yeah, maybe because that's how their parents were. It's like, you know, sometimes people had parents who like took care of them financially and did all the things, like gave them shelter, food, but like maybe they never actually like hugged them or said I love you enough or something like that, right? But like that doesn't mean the love wasn't there. It was just a different way of expressing it, right? Okay, and then we also have here, my life isn't as great as it seems. Don't be fooled by social media or what you see or hear of me. Yeah, I feel like maybe for some of you, like you could be dealing with someone who's very extroverted and social, and maybe you feel like, oh, they're just having the time of their life, they're just ignoring you. Like that's not true at all. Like I really do feel like, you know, this person does go through a lot on a daily basis, and it may seem like they're having fun, but it could just be very temporary. Like I feel like this person cares a lot about like, you know, the dopamine rush, dopamine hit, but like when it comes to like having like real like relationships and like sustained dopamine or serotonin, like, you know, this person has some work to do for sure. Like I feel like this person kind of like, you know, they're all about like that short-term pleasure. Like maybe this was even something casual, but this person's realizing, no, there has to be more to life. Like I want something more, something meaningful, something sustainable. Okay, so and yeah, it's like they're coming to that conclusion themselves. I feel like this is the type of person who likes coming to that conclusion themselves rather than being forced into doing something. But I definitely do feel like that energy is shifting your way, and you're about to experience some massive luck, massive abundance. It's finally your time for everything that you've done and given to other people and this person. That it's all, the universe is going to make things up to you big time. Okay, so yeah, anyways, I really hope this helped, pile 2. Okay, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You always have free will in your reality. I do want to let you know that I offer in-depth tarot readings as well as manifestation coaching and also custom subliminals. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below where you'll find my website and can send for those services through my website. And yeah, thank you so much. Love and light. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and pick some cards to see what's going on in this connection. How is your person feeling about you? What would they say to you? Where is this headed? And any other messages we can get from the cards. I will go ahead and pick some cards from the Numinous deck to see what the general energies between you and your person are. Okay, so yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's up. Okay, the first card that we have here is the 11th house. Okay, the Edge, friendship, group creativity, community, humanity. Okay, so I feel like your person sees you as someone who's really social. Maybe you have a lot of friends. Okay, I feel like a lot of people are really attracted to you, drawn to your energy. They have a lot of very positive things to say about you. Maybe it's really easy for you to make friends. I also feel like you and this person are friends. Like this person considers you to be a friend. Maybe this was a friendship before it turned into something more, or maybe it's like you did meet in like the dating realm, right? Like through a dating app or something, but it's like this person like sees friendship in you. I'm also seeing like, you know, this person wants to like, you know, be your best friend, like your partner in crime. Like, you know how like the best weddings, the best like marriages, yeah, weddings are just like the bad, but marriages, you know, they work when the couple are like best friends. They truly trust each other. Like you have to have that friendship component, right? It really does help enhance your relationship. So I feel like that's what this person like, you know, really wants this to be. Like I'm also seeing that if this was a friends with benefits or casual situation or something like that, like it did turn into something more. I'm definitely seeing here that like, you know, this is more than just like, you know, casual or like surface level. It was way more than that a long time ago. Okay, I definitely do feel like you know, you have a lot in common with this person. I feel like, you know, maybe they want to introduce you to their friends, or they have talked about you to friends and family, or maybe you have met their friends for some of you. Okay, but this person also sees you as someone who cares a lot about humanity, someone who cares about people. They have a lot of very positive things to say to you and about you. Okay, we also have a Capricorn energy. I feel like this person sees you as someone who's really hardworking. Okay, I'm also getting some 10th house energies. Maybe this is someone you even work with, or like maybe you're in the same field, the career field or something like that. This person sees you as someone who's really wise, ambitious. Okay, or maybe this could even be their energy. Maybe this is someone who's older than you. This could be even like a masculine energy, or again, maybe someone you work with or you're in the same field. Doesn't have to be the case. Yeah, but I also feel like, you know, this is someone who takes their finances and career really seriously, or at least they're going to start to do that. I am seeing like finances, career, like that is definitely impacting this connection in some way, shape, or form. I also feel like, you know, with this Capricorn, that can represent kind of like stoic type energy. Like this person does have a lot of feelings, but maybe they're not like the best at showing it. I'm also just getting earth sign energy in general, maybe Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Yeah, we also have your traditional Y structured. Like this person likes having a structured relationship, like a traditional relationship. I definitely do feel like, this person, they want to be accomplished. They want to be like, someone that you really respect, like look up to. I do feel like that aspect of their life is really important to them, like I mentioned. Okay, this person also could be like very competent, maybe like, they're very smart, very intellectual, really wise. That could be something that you like about them. They also see you as someone who's really wise and intellectual. I feel like they can only be with people that they can have like intellectually stimulating conversations with, and someone who they really get along with in that manner. This also says like down to earth. I feel like this person could see you as someone who's very down to earth. You have very like, grounding energy, like practical energy, which they really like and crave in people. Sometimes when the Capricorn shows up, this could also have to do with, like masculine energies, like father energies, fatherhood, or like their masculine like caretaker, right? Like there could be something going on with like the father side of their family. Maybe they've talked to you about it. Maybe they could have had like a father figure who was like kind of hard, kind of strict in a way. Like I definitely do feel like, they were under a lot of pressure growing up, and I feel like they had a lot to like, live up to. They had a lot of like societal expectations or familial expectations to live up to, or maybe their like father figure was kind of hard on them, or there is something there. Again, they could have like, told you about that. Obviously that's going to look different for different people. We do also have your Sagittarius, the Voyager. Yeah, enthusiastic, philosophical, independent. I feel like this person really admires their independence. Like I feel like they need their own time and space to explore, but also at the same time, like, like that's what rejuvenates them. Like, they're able to charge their social battery that way. Like this person can be very social, but they do really crave their independence a lot. I also feel like maybe this person sees you as someone who's really wise. Maybe they see you as a Voyager, someone who travels a lot, someone who is just very, like, they see you as someone who's like very kind, positive, optimistic. Like I feel like even in the face of like challenges, you're very resilient, you're very tough, and they really like that about you. Okay, I also feel like you complement each other's energies. The fact that we got like Sagittarius and Capricorn, right? Like fire and earth, right? Like you ground each other a lot. Yeah, you complement each other a lot. Yeah, this person also sees you as someone who is very honest. Like maybe they see you as someone who is like, you're really fun to be with, but like you do have like a moral code. You have integrity, you have good values, principles, morals, characters. Okay, this person does have a lot of respect for you and your philosophies on life, the way that you think, the way that you approach things, your perspective on things, your perspective on life, and they feel like they need more of that in their life. Okay, we also have fifth house energy, passion. Yeah, this person is really passionate about you. They see you as someone who is maybe you're passionate about a lot of different things, and like that's something that they really admire. Like you do things with passion, like, you don't like ever like hold back. Like you do things that you find fun, but also at the same time you have this element of practicality and stability, and they feel like you're really well-rounded. They feel like you have a lot of very positive qualities to you. Okay, yeah, like I'm seeing this person wants to take you out on dates, like a fair, carnival, like you have fun with you. Like I feel like this person really likes going out with you. So I feel like maybe like if you like stayed in a lot or something, like this person like wants to take you out on like some real dates here. We also have your Chiron healing. There is some healing that this person needs to do. I do feel like maybe this person, like I'm getting a little bit like immature vibes from them, because the fifth house sometimes does have to do with like childishness, or like kind of even being childish. Like maybe this person does have that like fun, youthful type of energy, but sometimes they can just like straight up be childish, or like they have some maturing and growth to do. But I do feel like that will happen here. We do have your Chiron healing. I feel like, yeah, this person does need to grow a little bit, but this also says healing powers. I feel like your person sees you as someone who's really healing, someone who has very good energy, someone who they really want to be around, and it's like they're very inspired by you. They're very inspired by your growth and everything that you are and everything that you represent. Okay, I feel like maybe this person also did trigger something within you that maybe you might have had to heal or address within yourself. Okay, I feel like the both of you were a mirror for each other. Maybe you kind of like triggered each other in certain ways. Okay, yeah, like this also says like shame and sensitivity and forgiveness. Like I feel like there is something that happened in this person's childhood. Like I'm like just connecting the pieces. Just like the wisdom from all the cards that we drew, like something happened in their childhood and they need to like forgive their father figure, or like forgive someone around them, or like some sort of masculine energy around them. Sometimes it could even be like a sibling, but there is like some sort of pain that this person is dealing with, that since we did get the fifth house right before this, it could be from their childhood, or it could be like something that they need to heal on a deep level, like heal their inner child. Okay, but yeah, they're maybe this person, like they like kind of like showing that they're okay. Maybe they have some like lighthearted energies and stuff. They like to appear lighthearted, but like it could be that like they do have some, intense things that they need to like work out on a deep like emotional level that like they kind of like hide away a little bit. The best example I can think of is, I think his name was Chris from Parks and Recreation. You know, like that one guy who was just like happy all the time. And it's like you can kind of tell, like, okay, like he's happy and he's positive, but it does seem like there's some sort of like pain that he's repressing. Because it's like kind of hard, like it's impossible for someone to like act that way all the time, right? Like, I mean, it could, maybe it's not impossible, I don't know, but yeah, like there is some sort of like healing that this person needs to do, and I feel like you're very intuitive, and I feel like you can pick up on energies, right? Like you can tell like when someone's being like real versus fake versus authentic, you know, things like that. Yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pick some tarot cards to see what else is going on here. Ooh, okay, we have a card that just like popped out. Okay, interesting. We have the Seven of Cups reversed. Okay, I don't usually do reversals, but it came out that way. So this says alignment, not being distracted by other things. Okay, Seven of Cups upright is like having options, having a lot of like, you know, yeah, you know, like distractions even sometimes. But this says like clarity, illusion ends, restore. Like I feel like this person's realized they don't want anyone else but you. Like you've always been it. You've been the one for them. They don't even want to explore other options. Maybe they were exploring other options before, but not anymore. Like they realize they do want to be with you, and only you. Okay, I feel like they're gonna finally commit. We also do have here the Lovers. Okay, I love that. Like, you know, that totally makes sense here. Yeah, the Lovers. This has to do with divine love, deep soul connection, relationships, balance, unity, romance. Like the both of you balance each other out. Okay, like you are in alignment in a lot of different ways, like because this also says value alignment, which is really important. I am seeing that especially for you, it's really important that you are with someone who shares your same moral code, integrity, values. Okay, and I'm definitely seeing here that, you know, this person, I feel like there are a lot of qualities that you like about this person, and maybe like, you know, you've even chosen this person or you like this person over other people because of their values and moral code. Okay, but yeah, this is divine love, deep soul connection. That's really great. Okay, relationships, balance, union, harmony. That's very, very exciting here. Lovers and the Seven of Cups reverse. It's like you're meant to be together with this person. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick some more cards. Oh, I hate when the cards stick to each other. I just got this deck. Okay, okay. It didn't damage the cards. That's good. That's cool. It's like the cards stuck to each other without being damaged. So it's like, I feel like, you know, that's a good sign, because sometimes when like couples, you know, they're attached at the hip, they're together all the time, it's like it can blow up in their face. But I feel like you have this like, you know, beautiful like, you know, relationship with each other where you can be together all the time and not get bored of each other, not get sick of each other. Maybe you're just like, oh, I'm scared of like, you know, people will get bored of me, or like, you know, some people have abandonment wounds in that sense, right? But like, I feel like not with this person. I feel like this person can't get enough of you because they find you to be so intellectually stimulating. They like your personality. They like so much about you. Like they need to be around your energy more. Okay. We also have here the Three of Wands and then the Moon. That's so interesting. Yeah, the Moon deals with the subconscious mind, the unconscious, like, you know, things that are like deep in your mind, right? Like that you have to address. And then we have here the Three of Wands. Oh, okay, I just got a notification. That's nice. Yeah, with the Three of Wands, you know, this has to do with progress, expansion, the future. Like this person does see a future with you. They do like you a lot. They want a future with you. They want a happily ever after with you. I'm definitely seeing that this person is starting to take their future more seriously. Okay, I'm also seeing here that, you know, this person sees you as someone that they can really trust. I feel like, you know, in the past, because, you know, we have this Moon energy, maybe they were around people that they couldn't fully trust, or maybe even like you kind of found this person to be like kind of secretive at times or aloof or something. But, you know, with these two cards, they're very, very different energies. I'm seeing that, like, you know, it's almost like an expansion of their, like, you know, like what's going on within them. It's like they're gonna come forward and tell you like, hey, these energies have been like building up and I've been feeling this way, and I want to, like, you know, make this happen in the 3D. I want this like ideal, these like, you know, feelings and emotions I've been feeling to, like, you know, happen out in the 3D. Like I want to push this into the 3D world, the 3D realm. Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing expansion, foresight, like, you know, just a lot of very positive energies here. Yeah, this person, they see you as someone who's really confident, someone who, like, you know, they want to be around, and it's like you make it, like, you make them feel safe, that safe enough for them to, like, you know, express like what's on their mind, like, you know, what's going on a deeper, like, cellular, like, you know, even like subconscious level here. Okay, I definitely do feel like they're starting to take their like future more seriously. Like whenever they do think about their future, they think about you, which is a really good sign here. Yeah, so let's see what else we have here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick some cards from this actually handwritten love oracle deck that we have here. So okay, we have here, I wish you could hear all the conversations I've been having about you. This person has really positive things to say about you. I feel like they have talked about you to friends and family. Maybe they've even told their parents about you or shown your picture to them or something like that. Maybe you'll see that their friends, like, you know, start stalking you on social media or watching your stories. We also have here, I don't want to see you with anyone else. It's like this person wants you all to themselves, okay? I feel like, yeah, again, with the Seven of Cups reversed, they've made their mind that, like, they just want to be with you, and they're really hoping it's the same way with you. We also have here, you were my light in the darkest of times. Sincerely, thank you. I do feel like you have helped this person, you know, get through a lot, or just by being you, just by your presence, like, you know, it's been very healing for this person in the best way possible. Yeah, we have here, I stalk you on social media and look at your pictures. Yeah, this person can't get enough of you. I feel like you're very attractive, very beautiful, and a lot of people, like, you know, they just want to check your social media to see what you're doing, what you're up to, because you're very, very attractive. We also have here, I just want to lie under the stars with you. I feel like this person wants to spend time with you in the nature, like just you, them, no phones, disconnection from the outside world, no one else. Okay, like I feel like this person's been like craving, like doing like a nature retreat with you. We also have here, I wish I knew where your head is at. Like I feel like sometimes like you can be a mystery or they can be a mystery. Like even with the moon card, maybe this person couldn't 100% tell what you were doing, what you were thinking, and maybe vice versa. But I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for you to get to know each other on an even deeper level than ever before. So that's exciting. And with the Lovers card, I'm definitely seeing reunion is in the card. That's going to be happening in the 3D for you. So that's also very exciting and something to look forward to. And this time around, like no more options, no more third parties. Again, Seven of Cups, like reversed, okay? I know I keep bringing that card up, but I feel like maybe you're just done with that. You're done with, you know, meeting people who'd like, you know, date around all the time, or you felt like an option. You're not going to be an option any longer, okay? But anyways, I will go ahead and end the reading right here, pile 3. I really hope this helps. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I do want to let you know that I offer in-depth tarot readings as well as manifestation coaching, and I also custom subliminals. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below where you'll find my website. You can sign up for those services through my website. And yeah, thank you so much. Love and light.